Hearing for the first time from two college students after charges were dropped against the 6 Atlanta police officers involved in their detainment and tasing during those tense protests back in 2020. The students telling our Savannah Levins their fight isn't over. She's joining us live from APD headquarters tonight. Savannah?
Yeah, Chip, those students say even though the charges were dropped, they still intend to seek compensation from the city after they were pulled from their car that night.
Every day is a trying moment. Every day I'm still reminded of the unfortunate situation that occurred that night.
Messiah Young says he's still traumatized by his interaction with police in May 2020. He and fellow college student Taniyah Pilgrim were driving through Atlanta during protests over the murder of George Floyd in Minneapolis. A curfew was in place that night in Atlanta after protests turned violent the night before. Police said the two students were violating it and refused to go home. In body camera footage, you can see officers pull them out of the car and deploy tasers. At the time, law enforcement said they thought the students may have a gun. Messiah and Taniyah were not armed, and their attorneys said they were unaware of the curfew and unable to leave due to backed up traffic. Within days of the confrontation, the officers faced criminal charges for their response. Monday, prosecutors announced the charges had been dropped, saying, quote, the involved officers' use of force was the direct result of Mr. Young and Ms. Pilgrim's resistance to and non-compliance with the officers' instructions.
I'm still terrified now, especially knowing that the people who caused so much trauma and harm to me and Messiah are able to walk free.
APD confirming today all but one of the officers are back with the department. Messiah and Taniyah's attorneys say they still plan to aggressively pursue civil action and financial compensation.
The whole damn system is guilty as hell. That's how I feel right now, having practiced law for over 20 years in the state of Georgia.
No word yet on how much compensation the two are seeking. I also reached out to the attorneys for the officers to ask if they plan to file any countersuits. I've yet to hear back.